Good morning. This is my trade recap for yesterday, the 11th of December. I'm doing it this morning because I was in a mental toughness session with other traders until quite late here in the UK at 11 PM, and it was a bit too late for me to do my journal, so I'm just updating my journal and doing my end of day or end of trade recap right now. So decent day yesterday, green day. I'll just recap my hourly levels again, just so we've got know what I was watching for. So in the pre-market video, and I did all these levels live because we had the rollovers and my charts were, all my drawings and my charts were a bit off, so I cleared everything. And in the live video, yes, I put my levels in. So I was watching this level here, 46.50 area for a bounce. I was watching for a break and retest of this pre-market level there, and you can see it worked. And I was watching for a potential target or rejection up here. One thing I do prefer to do, and I won't trade until I've done this, and I'll just get you my notes. I won't, if I don't do my pre-market plan, I won't trade. So I was a bit late yesterday, so my pre-market plan was watching for the bounce area, the break and retest, and I had a couple of bounces a bit further down, so areas of confidence. So we had a bounce 46.50 and 46.27, which and I had one at 45.87 right down here at the bottom. This one here as well. That's my higher probability one. And then I do my scenario, lots of data, FMSE maybe catalyst. If we see a rally on the open, wait for a break and open a pre-market highs or Friday's high. July's high, a potential target, 46.93, confidence area near to the year highs. If we see a sell-off, then wait for a bounce at 46.50, and I'll just take a screenshot. So that's unless I do this, it's my rule not to trade. And so I was a bit late, so by the time I got in, did my pre-market plan, it was after the market had opened. So let's go into the 5-minute chart. So you can see my levels. I'll put these levels I drew live in my pre-market video yesterday, and you can see they're pretty much spot on. So back to the 5-minute. Let's go with my trades. So my first trade was a retest of this area here, the area of confidence. It was a break and retest of this pre-market high level. Wasn't the pre-market high, because the pre-market high was this area here. Let's just go back to pen. So that's the area I was really watching for. But this area I was also watching because it's a area of higher volume and confluence. We've got tops of candles, bottoms of candles there. So after the market came in, I think it was about 10:15 I got in, it was on this candle here. So that's the candle I got in, and I went long, and my entry price was right on this 20 moving average, just there. And I was kind of coinciding it with that area. It was a good trade. I got out about there, but I didn't realise at the time I trade up to 15, 16 Apex accounts at one time. And there's a new Apex copier, and it you need to manually configure something every morning. The older copier, before they had the update, it auto remembered your settings, but I forgot to configure my leader account. So I have one account which is called a leader account, and then that copies that trade then into all my other accounts. So so I got in on my leader account, but it didn't copy to any of the other accounts because I didn't configure it, which is a bit of annoying, and it's a bug, and hopefully I'll get that fixed soon. So it wasn't until I realised that I was only in one account, so I re-enabled my copier account, set my lead accounts in, and that's all fine. And what I forgot to do is I'm coming up to the issue now. So I was in one account, I went long there, and I got out a bit of it in the pre-market there, and then I held on to the other half, 50%. So the problem is I had 4 accounts. I was trading my 50k accounts yesterday. 4 of my accounts, I was in long with one 50k account there, and so I took one off, and I was negative 1 contract on my other 3 accounts, because even though I took profit on one, I didn't. In fact, I took them both off there actually. So I was negative 2 contracts up here, and I was waiting for a re-entry down in, and I realised, why am I down on the day? I should be up. And then I realised my accounts got out of sync, so I realised I was down about, I think it was down when I'm coming down to this candle here, so I added a few more contracts to bring my average price back up a bit, and then I got out. I think my accounts got out a little bit green in the end, so break even. So it wasn't very good to add. I should have just got out when I realised the mistake, but there was a reason. As it was coming back, I noticed a reduction in volume. So I was confident to add again to bring my average price back up, and I was using volume price analysis to get out of a mistake. So it does work. Volume price analysis works. It was more obvious on the 2-minute chart. So, and that's the only reason I was confident to keep in that short position, because I was watching the reducing volume and it looked like we're going to get a pullback, and it did happen. So I've got this nice pullback. Okay, so I'm just looking at my next trade of the day. So that was my first trade. I had a 11, 12, around 11. Okay, so I was long. I think I was long here. I was only long yesterday, so I got in at 11, 12. What was it? 11, 12 there. Okay, so we saw this big push down, so I got in long again. It's a break of the pre-market high level. So this is my second entry for the day, and then we saw a big whip out, this big red candle here. So I stopped out there. It was a shame because I was in green from all of that trade, and then boom, stopped me out. But it didn't matter. I was watching the market, I was watching the position. I saw this big volume come in, and I saw no follow through as well on the level 2. I was watching a lot of level 2 yesterday. And so I re-entered. I think my average price was down here. I'm just going to check my log. 32. It's on the 32. Yeah, I got right in at the bottom of this candle. So 11.32, just there it was. And I added again on that next candle. So I was long. I think I was long. I had a couple of contracts left over from that one. I stopped out on some of my position there. So I was long about 5 contracts at this point, and my average price was down here. So it's a great entry, right in the area I was watching as well. And I rode it all the way up. I took profit there, and then I think I took profit up here as well. And what I was doing, I was watching level 2, and I was seeing big areas of sellers. So I was getting out where we saw big areas of sellers. I was getting out just before those areas. And level 2, I could see a big seller selling quite a lot of shares because he was trailing it up, trading it down with 300 contracts at a time, and every time the 300 sold, another 300 appeared on the stack, and I could see that he was trying to get rid of his position. So that's why I was getting out just below all the big areas. So I had one. By the time I got up to here, I had just a fifth of my contract left, 1 out of 5 contracts, and I was trailing the pivots. And I got stopped out just there on that little tail. And overall, it was a good day. It looked like it was curving over as well, so it was a good stop. You know, I could have held maybe to end the day, but I was trying to preserve profits, and I didn't want it to come all the way back down to my break even, or even back down to the VWAP, which is right down here. So that was it. I was trading the 5-minute pivots all the way up. And then I tried that, and I got trailed out. Saw a bit of a push up near the end of the day. So decent day. Again, watching volume. You saw this volume candle here, start of the move, potentially the end of the move, which wasn't really the end. And we haven't really seen anything apart from when we had extra volume coming in at the end of the day. Look at that increase in volume, increase in price. It's still looking bullish when it closed last night. And that's it. And then quick look at today. I haven't done anything, a bit like yesterday. We're just going sideways now. We've got this area confluence just there, and we've got this level up here which is rejected. So this is our channel. Probably our channel's around here, and we're just playing in that channel at the moment. So today I'll do my pre-market video again today at 2 PM here in the UK, which is 9 AM US Eastern Time. And probably we'll see where we are, but I'll be looking for a break above this area or a break down below this area, but we'll see. Still strong, still bullish. Okay, thank you for watching.